And we're back.
Oh, no.
We should put the will in the page of the book that's about the craniotomies.
Why would we do that?
So that when he goes looking for it, he can see that Ludwig was up to some weird shit.
But, well, he would know that we put it there, because why would he put it in the book?
Let's just take all of it. Let's just take all of it. And I start just gathering it all.
No. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to put the textbook back. We're going to put the journal back. We're going to put the will. You're going to put the key back. We're going to put the will in the safe where we found it. We're going to put the painting back, but we can tell him that it looked like there was something behind the painting, and then he can go find it himself. And he doesn't have to know.
I'm keeping the key. I'll put everything else back.
And like do this. He just
And I'm keeping the journal, but everything else we can put back.
No, don't keep the journal.
I got it.
No, you don't.
He can't add to it. He's dead. I'm keeping it. Okay, we'll put the will back, and we'll put the weird lobotomy book back. But I'm keeping the others.
Can we just find the book that we need and then leave?
Yeah.
Clarion just throws his hands up, and he's going to turn and go back to the bookshelf.
Okay.
Even though he already looked.
As you turn, you hear kind of a sort of sound. And you turn around. And the book you've been searching for is sitting on the center of the desk.
Hey, you found it!
Wait, did you put it there?
No, I was looking at the drawer.
You must have missed it then. And then he'll go hurriedly over, pick up the book, look at it to read the title and make sure that it's
the one.
The correct book. It is the correct book. And he is not going to take a second to look at it closely because he kind of wants to just get out of here now. He doesn't want to be in
Put
here
the room back together, put the will back in the safe, close the safe, lock it back.
Put the key back.
I'm keeping the key.
What if the key is supposed to be in there and Aldrich knows? And then he goes to look and then it's not there.
I'll lock it extra good. It'll be fine. He's not gonna notice.
I don't know why I let you talk me into things.
And
we'll put something else in the wrap.
Like what?
I don't know. Put the lobotomy book in the wrap.
Clarion just like pats his pockets, and he pulls out the iron pot that he has in his inventory and then puts it back. No, that's too big. Just put it back. Okay, it's fine. Let's just get out of here. We shouldn't be in here anymore.
I keep the key. I keep the journal. We leave.
All right. So, moving on to Team B, Team Backdoor, as they call them in Critical Role.
B for Beatrice, actually.
Hey, Matt Mercer, call me. Anyway,
Stop flirting with Matt Mercer on the show.
No.
He's taken. You know you can't be. You know
anyway.
you are not as cool as Marisha. Come on.
So, Beatrice and why do I keep forgetting your name?
I mean, you always. Thank you.
What's his name?
I thought you were with Bimbats.
Beatrice.
Oh.
Beatrice and Zindris. You two agreed to go to the smoking room to find the professor's last pack of alibis, his favorite brand of cigars to smoke. And
I love that you quizzed Vin and not us. I was ready. I wrote my notes.
But so Aldrich kind of give at the same time as the other two are making their way up the stairwell. You two are directed towards the back hallways of the manor. And it's far quieter here because it's just the two of you amidst these corridors of massive windows with huge drapes over them. Kind of like that one scene in at night in Cinderella of the palace, that kind of scene. Anyway, so yeah, you guys are kind of like making your way down this massive carpeted corridor. Beatrice kind of with her arm around.
Making your way down the massive carpeted corridor.
It's deathly quiet. It's deathly quiet only with the sound of rain pattering against the walls outside.
Oh, I remember coming down here back in the 70s. It was a real nice place, especially the parlor down, the second parlor down towards the left. They have a lovely velvet couch. I did adore it quite nicely. It was a lovely place. Now, tell me about you, young man. You said that you. Well, I'm happy to meet new folks.
Yeah, it's great to meet you too, ma'am.
Oh, you can call me Grandma.
Grandma. Right.
You better be nice to Grandma.
They're coming for you.
Oh, well, now, tell me about what you do. What's your occupation, young man like you? Nice and strong.
I'm a scout. I scout. I scout out the forests.
Dangerous.
Oh, now that is really impressive. That's a lot of hard work out there. Lots of dangerous things out there. I know you do a wonderful job. Pat, pat.
Yeah. Sure. Tell that to everyone that's died.
Oh, well, death's just a part of life. Not everybody can be so lucky.
No, they can't.
Well, I know a thing or two about losing a loved one here and there. It happens often. Best you can do is hold yourself together and be with people. Always the good people, too. Don't get yourself mixed up in anyone who just wants to bring the world down, Pat, pat. Just good people. Good people. That's all you need.
I love Beatrice. I love Beatrice, man. Come on. Anyway, so as you guys continue down the corridors, with the moonlight pouring through the glass, you eventually make your way to what is a very familiar scene to you, Beatrice. Because in his days when when we both were younger and sprier, this was what Ludwig called the romp room. But to everybody else, it was just kind of his smoking room, and also kind of his in later days his not interrogation interview room, where he would bring in people apparently to have conversations with.
Conversations. Yeah.
The door. The hallway eventually leads to a pair of double doors that Zindris pulls open. Clearly, no expense was spared in regards to the decorum of this room. Dripping with purple-hued velvet, which adorns the furniture over a tightly carpeted floor, the room looks like a personal hideaway of a hedonist, complete with the big game trophies of all shapes and sizes that hang from the walls. They are joined by beautiful paintings of gorgeous vistas, but many of the works, it would seem, are realism-style portraits of different species of fungus. Taking a slow, deep breath, one can smell the leftover scent of expensive cigars, a smell that has been absorbed deeply into the wood and the fabric all around you. On the furthest end of the room, an immensely long mirror stretches from one wall end to the other. One almost feels out of place setting foot in here, as though they are not well enough dressed to be in a room quite as nice as this. A wooden globe, sits at the end of the couch that sits before a low table, upon which appears to be a small wooden box on top of a newspaper dated 1 week ago.
Ooh.
As you step into the room, Beatrice, you are flooded with old good memories of the professor in your time. Zindris, you're probably realizing what a freak of the week the professor was.
Oh, God.
Oh, this is one part of his collection. Not all of his portraits are here, but there's a couple here and there. Oh, he really did love that one right there. Mycelium stravacorum. Oh, he'd go on about for days. Oh, we were here for a box. We have to go get those. Yeah. Well, we'll find that box. Where does he put it? And she goes towards that box with the newspaper. Is it the box they're looking for?
It is indeed. On the front, you see in embossed lettering, Alibi Alibi Cigars. And as you pop it open, there's a neat row of finely crafted, finely wrapped brown cigars in the box, held in place by a velvet red pouch.
Ooh. Fancy.
Oh, perfect. There it is. Now, do you smoke?
No.
It's awful common sometimes. Now, I'm not one to get people into bad habits, but if you find yourself in one, it's not so bad.
Smoke with grandma. Smoke with grandma. Do it. You must.
She does have a little pouch with a pipe.
Let her smoke you.
Stoner grandma, stoner grandma, stoner grandma.
Actually,
watch this room.
I didn't want to be rude to the party. May I? For just a minute, we can go right on back in a second.
So, I'm not here to stop you.
She'll close the box, keep it nice and pretty.
Oh, did you take a cigar out?
No, she has her own.
Okay.
She'll keep the box nice and clean.
I'm gonna smoke this dead man's favorite cigars.
I mean, they were
All right.
entwined, but she has her own. She'll waddle to one of the velvet couches and sits down, and she'll pull out her own pipe and start getting it for herself.
All right. So as the spark lights up, briefly there is a bit of light in this very dark room that's only been lit by moonlight. And I'd like you to make me a perception check.
Ooh.
Both of them?
Both of us?
Grandma?
Grandma.
Oh, Grandma. That's a natural 19.
Okay.
Damn.
So that is a 23.
So
Oh, Grandma.
you look down
She
at the
perceives.
paper, and it's a pretty standard newspaper. It's the Vedstat Times, and it's written on kind of like this yellowing parchment. This is just they've had print figured out for not a while, but like good enough to have like a good regular paper on for a while. But you find that there seems to be a document of some kind sticking out of the rolled up paper.
Oh, now that's interesting. Oh, now can you come help me out? My eyes are not what they used to be.
Right. So he walks over to go look down at him.
All right. So as you both pull out the document, you find that it's very neatly organized. It seems to be some kind of ledger of sorts. A column of names under the title Patients. The next column over, which reads Viability, contains several strange descriptions of each patient, as well as a rating of some kind. And, Beatrice, you feel the need to read off a few of the examples, which I have just sent to you.
Uh-oh.
I got DM.
Oh, no.
Oh, let me know if I'm reading this right. Constance E.M. Hauer, Dragonborn female, 36, exceptionally clever and socially adept, but far too public a figure. Thinks her husband's position in the social watch. Viability not viable. Berthold Reigsler, human male, 24. A local farmhand, not too mentally impaired to yield proper nourishment. Viability not viable. Okay. Ferdinand Klingeman, dwarf
Klingsman.
male, 226. Sorry?
Klingsman.
Oh, pardon me. Proprietor and owner of less than successful smithy. Mental ability is admirable. Wife dead for 6 years, no children. Viability viable. Horseshoes, the tiefling male, 68. Vagrant from divorce, no family, friends, home, no possessions. Mental ability is clouded by alcohol, but he'll do. Viability, very viable. Now, ain't that just the darndest little list? Huh.
Zindris. It's at this time, as the names are being read off, your eyes sort of drift over to the newspaper. And you see, though it's folded up, you see a small article reading missing. It's a rather common practice in Strakkenwünd for papers to have this article. It helps people find the missing amongst the horrors of Strakkenwünd's woodlands and grasslands. But the names that Beatrice just read, not all of them, but quite a few of them, are on that article, along with Dr. Zelefin Drake.
Bum, bum.
I mean, I don't know who that is, though, right?
You don't.
I do. We do.
Yeah.
That said,
Okay, so
Beatrice,
Yes.
as you get down to the last name, you feel a weird texture on the back of the paper.
Oh, that's curious. Turn it over.
Booger.
It's a booger.
Written in red, as if clawed onto the paper rather than written, are two sentences. I am so sorry, followed by, I put them in the cellar.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, Bimax! He's going
wait,
down
so
there.
does Cinder see this
Been
bit as well?
fun with this.
Does Cinder
If-
see that as well?
Well, if Beatrice flips it over, then yeah, Zindris will definitely be able to see it.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's awful ghastly.
Yes,
What
it is.
has-
Maybe you should just, perhaps you might want to stay here. You know, maybe smoke a bit more. I'm sure you'll be fine. I think I need to head off now. If
She
that.
very gracefully takes like a spoon or something, puts out the fire, goes, "Oh no, heart, darling, no, I'm coming with you."
Okay, Mom.
And just as
Right.
you guys get, sorry, go ahead.
Right. It's just that. Look, I don't want to put you in any sort of harm or looking at anything that might be terrible for you. So I think you should just stay here, smoke a bit more. I'm going to head down to that cellar and see what's going on.
Oh, darling, you couldn't stop me even if you tried. I've seen many a things. And some are worse than others. People change. It's best to make sure those ghosts get put to rest properly. I'm coming.
As soon as you say that, the door to the smoking room closed. All the windows shut. Drapes.
Yeah,
He
instantly.
wants all the cellar alcohol for himself.
Knew it! I wanted first dibs.
Okay, so instantly he's got one of his short swords out. He's just trying to look around to see if anything's going to try and run at him.
What's Beatrice doing at all this?
Beatrice's hand is going to a dagger.
Oh, damn.
So
old lady's packing.
So as
Very,
you both kind of...
like just graceful switch from the cigar that has been recently put out to, and she looks very graceful.
So as you guys kind of like get up and look around the darkened room for any signs of threats, eventually your gazes move to the mirror. You see yourselves, of course, wielding your weapons. But behind you stands 5 humanoid figures. Zindris, you may take a cursory glance over your shoulder to see if anybody's there, and there are not. But as you turn to look back at the mirror, they are very clearly still standing there. And there is something truly unnatural about them. 4 of them are smeared with blood. The top halves of their heads below the eyes completely removed to reveal the empty, gory skull pan. They are unmoving. Their mouths hang open as they sway, dripping with maggots. In the center of the 4 stands one more humanoid, this one with his head intact. And Beatrice, though it has been many years, though he appears rotten and dead, though his eyes are sunken and his mouth hangs open as if his jaw muscles are no longer there, you instantly recognize the face of Professor Ludwig Theodor Brandt.
Oh, laddie, what have you gotten yourself into?
The air is cold. You can see your breaths as you inhale and exhale. And the professor's head turns, sunken eyes that are no longer there, to look at the both of you. And a croaking voice, like a corpse crawling from the grave, says... What does it say? I lost my note. Hang on.
What does the fox say?
There. He turns, tides of maggots pouring from his lips with every word.
Juicy.
It's wanted more. And with that, the mirror shatters and falls to glass in front of you. And I would like you guys to make a sanity check.
Oh.
And how in 5e is that?
With a special system that I found. Now, I need you guys to tell me what your current sanity is right now.
70.
70?
Same.
Okay. 70,
Same.
all right. I would like you guys to take a d10, if you have it, and roll it for me, please.
Can I roll an online one? Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm using a bot online.
Okay.
A d10, you say?
Yes.
10 sanity damage.
4.
5.
4 and 5. Okay. So, as frightfully horrific as this scene was, you're both able to kind of like steady yourselves, though like clearly shaken by what you've just seen. But your minds are made of stronger stuff than that, and have not been broken by this encounter.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hell yeah, Grandma! She's doing just fine.
Yeah.
Right. Back in character. Oh, all right. Well, it looks like we've got a little bit of a problem here.
Yes, it does. I really should have taken those cigars. And then he goes over to the door. He goes over to the double doors and just tries to kick it open.
As you go to kick it, it kind of opens by itself, and you just kind of...
Fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
the wood is mahogany, dear, but I don't think that's true brass on the inside. And she walks right past.
Whatever. And then he starts running off towards the cellar.
Okay.
She has pocketed, and her dress is pretty long and kind of frilly. She's got some layers to keep warm, but she does also have a satchel. She will pocket the document, the newspaper, and the box of cigars, all tucked away very neatly.
All right. Beatrice,
She just waddles along.
as you go to leave, stepping over your compatriot as you go, for a moment, just for a moment, you could have sworn that you felt a hand on your hip.
I'll get you sorted out so you can go to rest. All right there, Letty? And I'll make sure everybody else gets sorted out, too. She just says that out loud.
Citrus is just like, what the fuck? Citrus is just like, who is this woman?
Citrus is just gone by this point.
All right. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Hey, Binbacks!
Let's go,
Time for Binbacks to get fucking hammered.
If you will remember, you have been sent down to the cellar to retrieve a bottle of 1255. What the fuck was it? Hang on. Hold on.
Oh, I got you.
Hold on. 1255
Knocksteiner.
Knocksteiner,
Yeah.
yes. And a task that you are more than prepared to take on for yourself.
Very much so.
With this in mind, Aldrich has directed you towards the cellar. And as you make your way down the steps, you find that eventually the newer wood of the manor kind of gives way to older cobblestone walls. And making your way down to the cellar, you are pleasantly surprised by what you see. No one loves wine more than those who live in Vetstadt. And the professor seemed to be something of a connoisseur. Dark and cold as it may be in this entirely stone room, there is enough refinement in here in the form of a massive shelving unit that takes up the entirety of the back wall. Hundreds of wine bottles rest in hexagonal slots, illuminated by oil lamps hanging from each corner of the room. A wooden table sits off to the left, and 4 barrels of what appears to be brandy are off in the corner as well, with an iron crowbar lying on the top.
Well, now. This is going to be fun. I mean, Binbacks came down here for the bottle of, the whatever the fuck it was called.
Knocksteiner.
There's barrels of brandy back there. He's going to have to go over there and have a little, a sample, if you will.
What's your strength?
Oh, no.
-2.
It's 9 with a -1.
Oh.
I would like you to pick up the crowbar and roll with disadvantage.
Come on, nat 20. Come on, nat 20.
Give me an
nat
athletics.
20s.
Give me an athletics check.
2 nat 20s.
Okay.
When you got this, old man.
Mono man.
Disadvantage. was it?
Empowered by liquor, yeah.
Well, we're already there. I got a 3. Can't get any worse than that.
Roll again, see if
Okay.
you get a
Roll
1.
again. See if I get a 1. Oh, 14.
Oh.
That's not.
So you heft the crowbar, and you're just like, I got this. And you look at the barrel, you kind of like lick your lips, you're really excited. Chunk!
Fucking thing is too strong.
Eventually, like, you get both feet up onto the rim of the barrel, and you're just really putting your back into it. But it's just not popping. It's just there's no give.
Eventually, Bimbax is just going to give up, and he's going to let go and just sigh. He's going to drop the crowbar, and he's going to hunch over because he just injured his back because he's a 900-year-old giant barrel of brandy. He's just like, fucking hell. And he's just going to sort of waddle over to the wine bottles because he's disappointed now. He's just going to get done with his task and go. So he's going to observe. He's going to take a look at the wine shelves.
Investigation check.
Well, let's see what his investigation skills like.
Sure.
2 on that.
Oh, I mean that's not bad.
2?
Let's see.
+2.
Oh,
So that's a 14.
14? All right, cool.
Ooh.
So, after perusing the bottles for a bit, kind of like marveling at what the professor had like collected along the years, you are eventually able to find a dusty green bottle, and as you pull it out, you are delighted to see 1250 fine Nocksteiner printed on the front in the on the yellow parchment.
Excellent. He is going to stuff that into his inner coat pocket.
Okay, and as you do that, make a perception check.
Oh, here we
Oh.
go. What's my perception? Pretty good.
Mysterious.
13.
Actually, what is your passive perception? Sorry.
Passive perception is 13.
13. Okay, cool. So, as you lift the bottle and tuck it away, you kind of do a double take as you look at the slot where the bottle had been, and a weird shape kind of catches your eye.
What is it?
Do you want to lean in closer to see?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, as Bimbax gets his face up near the hole, you peer inside, and you see that an old brass keyhole seems to have been built into the wall behind the shelf.
The old man always had his secrets. But I don't have that cursing key. I can't exactly steal his secret wine stash without one.
Damn.
Bastard.
Foiled again.
Can't pick a lock or anything.
He might just shrug and walk off. He hasn't got time for this. He's got wine to drink.
All right. Just as you're about to shrug off and head back up the stairs, you feel wind blow through the keyhole, as if something is breathing down there. And you smell the unmistakable musk of fungus.
I mean, he's going to start sniffing the air. He's going to try and get a closer look through that keyhole now, because now he's interested. If there's mushrooms in there...
It's the truffle stash. Like...
Do you want to make another investigation check for me, or?
Yeah, I'll do another one.
Okay.
Sure. Let's see what I get this time. Okay. 5.
Boy, keyholes are cool. Anyway, I gotta take this bottle of wine.
Well, you tried.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to do in the cellar break?
I mean, this is
Connor having this whole thing planned out, and then Crow
and then Bimbax
fucking up
appears.
every roll.
I mean, I could bring Scribbles in, but I don't think it's ready for the Deus Ex Machina yet.
I was like, 10 is such the standard difficulty. There's no way they're not going to be able to pass it. And
Crow, I rolled a 3.
We aim to please.
D4 club. D4 club.
It's okay.
so are you doing anything else?
Agree.
I'm trying to think. Let's have a... See, he can't use Scribbles because of the whole situation with how he works.
We're not ready for Scribbles.
I
So
wonder,
mysterious.
what about that crowbar?
No.
Crowbar.
Jam that in there.
Would he be able
It's in your name.
to jam it into the keyhole and try and rip it open?
No. because it's a keyhole, and that is a crowbar.
Yeah.
I mean, you can put like one of the bits of the crowbar in and try and.
I would like to see it.
I want to see it try.
I
It's
would
a
like to
crazy
check.
900-year-old man. He's gonna try it.
Yes.
Okay.
What would that be?
Break the keyhole with the crowbar.
But if you're trying to break it, I guess that's just strength.
Yeah, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to break the keyhole, or?
Yeah, kind of like break the keyhole open a bit and see if he can worm his scraggly little fingers in there and unlock it himself.
I mean, that's
Okay,
that's
I'll
the
call that
start.
I'll call that an athletics check.
Okay, let's have a look then. In before 20.
Please.
Oh no, 16.
Oh. Oh no!
Okay. So unfortunately for you, you are able to like get it in there and get something to catch on the keyhole. You find you can't really like have the crowbar in there and also like look in to see what you're doing because it's a very small space, but you do eventually feel like the crowbar catch onto something and you're like, oh fuck yeah, got it. And you feel something break, and then you look inside, and it looks like you just like broke off a rock from the wall. Like the keyhole is fine, completely unscratched, but like a rock next to it has been like pried loose.
Okay, I think. Oh no, I haven't got really a sheet ready for scribbles yet because there's no.
Oh, I got one ready. Don't worry.
Oh, have you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, have you?
Uh-oh.
I think it's time to unleash the boy.
Oh no!
Already?
He's gonna
Already?
reach into his
Boarded by a
satchel
fucking
that he
door.
got the brandy in, and he's gonna pull out a small glass jar that has some like plants and stick things in it. It looks like a
Where'd
little
it go?
closure.
Just be lost. Oh, there we
I
go.
replaced him. In the Brave Bunch, I've replaced him.
So frightened was my computer by the threat of the board. Board completely.
Yeah, Scribbles is so powerful. He destroyed the connection.
He destroyed my
Scribbles
computer.
is quite a powerful little entity. So he pulls out the jar. It looks like a little invertebrate enclosure. And he goes up to sort of like the keyhole, and he unscrews the jar and sort of tips it on its side, and he kind of leaves it there for a minute. And eventually, a single tiny ant crawls out of the jar. And as it crawls out, it grows a lot. And it becomes a very large ant very quickly.
Ooh.
In fact, about the size of a small dog. I mean, not a small dog, like a medium-sized dog.
You mean like an Ant-Man? With a big...
Pretty much.
It's reverse ant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so into this.
And what Bimbax wants Scribbles to do is he wants to see if Scribbles can chew through the rock. Because that is a big fucking ant, and ants are strong as fuck.
Okay, so as Scribbles comes like crawling out, and as he grows to his full size, he'll kind of. Can you hear the clicking sound I'm making at all, or is that getting picked up?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
It was a clicking
you just
sound.
look very odd. Yeah.
It was a really cool clicking sound, and I guess I can't. Whatever. Anyway, so Bimbax, as your compatriot comes out of his little home, what do you say? What do you do?
Scribbles, go forth and unlock the door for me.
Scribbles looks at you with those big bulbous ant eyes, with his antennas still kind of like waving around. Looks around for a door, and then looks back at you.
The keyhole,
Oh
you
my
stupid little ant. It's right there.
He once again looks around the room and is just like,
Bimbax just walks up to it and points directly at the keyhole. He's like,
That one.
so, I don't know how an ant would convey a look of, "Are you fucking serious?" But like, he looks at the size of the hole, and then looks back at you, and does whatever the ant equivalent of that is.
Oh, you're never useful when you need to be, you silly little thing. Right, you're back in the jar.
He like gestures with one ant arm up at the hole, and then gestures to himself in general.
Pinback's just like pushes the jar towards him, so the magic re-shrinks him.
Okay, so you like take the jar and just like bonk him on the head, and just
Yeah.
he gets
Slurp him
slurped back
back into
into the jar.
So he's gonna just put Scribbles away for now. He'll have some use later, I'm sure. He's just gonna screw the lid back on, and he's just gonna go Pah! And then just walk off. He's given up.
All right. So, as you all return to the party, you find that things have been left somewhat as you left them. Cedric seems to be chatting it up with the painter quite a bit, to the point where she is currently sitting him in his lap, much stronger than she appears to be. And she's got like an arm on her back, and she's got like a drink in one hand. Cedric's got his drink, and they're laughing, they're talking. So good going there. But Aldrich seems to be pacing around, saying hello to everybody with his arms kind of folded behind his back. As Esmeralda is talking with a few of her friends as well, kind of like signing to them. And eventually, though, Aldrich sees you all re-enter. Corian and Tobias from the stairs, Bimbax from the cellar stairs, from the cellar door, and Beatrice and I'm not doing this on purpose.
Zendris.
And Zendris and Beatrice and Zendris coming in from the hall. Zendris looking far more frazzled than the rest of you, but as you all approach him, Aldrich says, "Oh, Baxter suit, fantastic, thank you. What is that?"
The book that you asked for.
Oh, thank you.
And these are for you as well. Now, you don't mind if I take a wander around. I do have some very fond memories of this place. I think my companion and I are going to take a little longer of a tour, if that's all right with you.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Yes, please, take all the time that you want.
Oh, I want to grab Zindris's like shirt sleeve and be like, "Did you see something weird too?"
Yeah. Just.
Oh my god.
Grandma reaches her hand back and pinches Tobias. Now, if that's all right with you, I'm almost certain I won't get lost. But if I do, I think I have some handsome men here to help me. That's all right with you?
Aldrich blinks at Zindris and Tobias and says, "Is everything all right?"
Yeah, no, just weird.
Yeah, everything's fine. It's just
good.
Those cigars are amazing. So
Thank you so much. You're so sweet for reminding me. She pulls them out, hands them over.
I want deception checks from all three of you.
Actually, can I say that this is persuasion because Beatrice is not told
yes,
why.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna pull persuasion. I don't want you to worry about a thing.
Clarion is just standing there with palpable nervous energy, not saying anything.
Yeah, I think him alone wouldn't pose disadvantage. Because he's just like...
On me?
I think on everybody who's trying to lie, because he's standing there just like...
Well, the first roll was a 19, so let's see what happens.
That'd be an 8.
And another 19.
Hell yeah!
I rolled 11s back to back.
Okay, so that's a... Yeah, that's a 13.
8.
Oh.
Okay. Tobias is clearly a little shifty, as is Clarion in his own way. But Aldrich trusts Beatrice enough to be like, very well. Please take your time. Are you all right, sir? And he looks over at Clarion. You're entirely right in the face. Are you okay?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah, we're fine.
I see. Thank you. And Bimbax, were you able to find the bottle?
Of course I was. Do you take me for a fool? I can find any bottle of wine in the world at any time.
He just reaches into his pocket and pulls out the bottle and hands it to Aldrich.
We had some banging downstairs. But did you have any trouble?
Oh, don't worry about that. It's just the door got a little bit stuck. Don't look down there or anything for a while.
The door?
The cellar door, you silly little man.
Yes,
Got a
of
little bit
course.
jammed on my way down. Nothing too serious.
Yes, of course, yeah. In any case, please enjoy yourselves. And thank you for your assistance. And he takes all the items.
Grandma will take his hand and tug him down a little bit, put a little kiss on his cheek.
Mrs. Whitebone.
Oh, no. Do enjoy yourself. Now, don't stress out too terribly. Everybody's here for you also. You don't have to worry about everyone all at once.
I will do my best. Thank you.
Oh, you sweet. And she will start walking to that cellar.
All right. Are you guys following her?
Oh, yes,
Absolutely.
Dindris is definitely.
I'm
Dindris
telling
is definitely-
Dindris.
Now, if I heard those sweet young boys correctly, you'll also ran into something a little interesting.
Yeah, and I pull out the journal.
What
Beatrice
if
pulls out the papers, flashes the blood the blood writing, and then tucks it back.
There was this book in there, and Clarion wouldn't let me take it, but it was about cutting the heads off. Cutting the heads off.
I'm familiar.
heads off?
Yeah, it was a book all about it, and then this journal says to go reference that chapter, and then this Drac guy, he was like in the journal or whatever. I think he cut his
Drake?
head off.
Do you mean Drake?
Drake, whatever, yeah.
Oh, Drake, I remember young Timothy. His grandson, I think he's in university.
Grandma,
Well, that's
that's not what we're talking about.
Oh?
No, the
well, this
guy.
Drake, this Dr. Drake is missing, along with other people who are also missing.
Yeah, I think
Those
it's
same people, are in the news, are in the missing section. They found down there, which
Clarion, I
means
was right, and I bap him against the chest plate.
Oh, don't bruise your knuckles now, darling.
I love to think that this conversation is happening all while Bimbax is like standing next to them, just eye twitching, smiling.
He's just like, oh shit, is that what the key down there is for?
Key? And I pull out the key.
A keyhole. I don't have a key.
I do.
Wait, you found a keyhole?
Yes, a little keyhole behind the bottle.
Let's go, let's go, let's go,
I think
let's
it's
go.
got some
Wait. We should just tell someone, right?
No!
yeah, exactly. Because killing the son of the person who was doing these terrible experiments is the right thing to do.
Look, they're having
Get your head out of your act. Let's go.
They're remembering the good stuff. Let's go find out the bad stuff.
Terrible things belong in
Let's
cellars.
fucking go.
Mushrooms, you say? Well, that makes perfect sense. But terrible things belong in the cellars, and often they need to stay down there, so I think we can just sort this out ourselves.
I like these old people.
Mm.
Come on, Claire, let's go.
You'll be doing an awful kind of thing handling it. They're already
Come now, the
worried.
wise elders are encouraging it. Let's go.
Wink.
Okay.
I guess.
I
Oh,
grab
if it makes you
Clarion
feel
by the
any
arm.
better. Well, if it makes you feel any better, she pulls out a little like wrapped candy and hands it to you. It's in a white wrapper, but it is definitely like a caramel like hard candy.
A hard candy. He just takes it. Thank you, ma'am. And just puts it in his pocket very uncertainly.
If you ever get nervous, just think of some good thoughts. And
Can I have a candy?
have yourself. Oh, absolutely, darling.
It's at this time that candy is being passed out. Clarion, there is a tap on your shoulder.
I look.
Aldrich stands behind you and says, "My lord, I apologize for interrupting you. I have already interrupted you quite a bit tonight. When you and Mr. Tobias were looking for my uncle's book, this seems so silly to ask. I've not been in the study for quite some time, you understand, and I was hoping to do a reading tonight, perhaps of my uncle's last will and testament if he had one. Obviously, I have not been able to find one as of late, but did you see something of that nature in there? Perhaps a note he left behind, anything that I can read to my people.
Excuse me, I'm just getting my D20 for this deception check.
Nope.
He looks nervous, and he will say, "Well, we saw, there was a lot of drawers in there that you could probably go through.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have important things, and
the painting was a little off kilter in there.
I see.
yeah,
I see. Very well. Thank you. I can see you're all busy, so I will leave you to it. But Mr. Clarion, you're a paladin, yes?
yeah, yes, sir.
Oh, well, I hope I would not be imposing too much, but perhaps you could perform something of a benediction later tonight.
Oh, of course, sir. It would
Oh.
be my honor.
Most excellent. Please come with me. I'll give you my family Bible to read from.
He will nod and send a slightly nervous look to Tobias and then the rest of the party, but then he will follow.
All right. So, is everybody else following, by the way?
Oh yeah, I'm going with him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, are we not going down to the cellar?
We go together.
Well, wait a moment, darling.
This
More
is
the
my
merrier.
emotional support rogue. He needs to come with me.
So as Aldrich kind of leads you through the party, kind of just like, sorry, excuse me, pardon me, sorry, oh, good to see you, thank you, sorry. He kind of like looks over his shoulder and just kind of is surprised by like the retinue of people he's collected along the way, especially when he just expected the paladin, but he's like, more the merrier. And eventually he leads you to the living room library, which is cut off from the rest of the manor via a glass door. And he pulls that open, and you all step inside to a very small library of books, kind of a small reading room. And Aldrich kind of steps in and starts looking through the shelves, like, the family Bible is somewhere around here. I can never remember where my uncle put it. Would you mind helping me look?
Of course. He will come and aid the search.
All right.
Me too.
My eyes aren't what they used to be. I think I might sit down for a little bit.
Oh,
21.
Yes, please. Absolutely. Take your time, Miss Beatrice.
Oh, call me Grandma.
Is Bimbax there too?
Yeah, he is. He's just kind of looking at some of the random books. He's not even paying attention at this point.
You find so many erotic novels on a top shelf that the kids can't reach.
Thank God.
I mean, Bimbax is 6'2". He can reach up there.
Oh,
I got a 21.
A 21.
Third from the right. That one's from me. I hope they don't mind if I'm at.
Aldrich kind of looks over at Bimbax, looking at the top shelf, and he's like, that belongs to my wife.
Don't be silly, little man. It's just a book. Can't be that bad, can it?
The book you pull down is just like an angel and a devil just raw dogging it in a Vedstat alleyway.
Bimbax just reaches into his pocket and pulls out those like cartoon glasses that make his eyes go huge, and he just stares at it for a second before like,
You're into some strange things, young
I
lady.
just think
he just hands it down to Beatrice.
I was the one that gave him a third of this collection.
So, while Aldrich is like sputtering, Tobias, you said you rolled a 21?
Yes.
Okay, so eventually among the shelves, you find what is probably a Bible of the Silver Angel. You can see the single silver wing stamp that's kind of like on the spine, which is kind of like a symbol of the church itself. And you reasonably think, yeah, this could be the Bible.
Hey!
Clarion looks over in alarm.
I got it.
Oh, you found it? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
did you pull it off the shelf?
Oh, yeah, I
Okay.
pulled it right out.
All right.
Oh.
When you go to pull it, click, shunk.
Uh-oh.
Behind you, behind all of you, a sound makes you all completely go silent. You look around, and behind Tobias, on the wall directly behind him, there's some sort of slat that's opened up in the wall.
Claire! Look!
What? What did you find?
What did I say? Secret door!
Oh, no.
Oh, be careful.
I look through the slat.
Okay. Inside, sitting on a wooden stand, is a green tome, lined with some sort of brass metal. It is cold to the touch. It almost hurts the eyes to look upon it. But even in the dark of the slat, you are able to make out the words of the title. Abominomicon.
Oh. That's not.
Can I reach it?
In the dark?
Oh yeah, you can reach it. It's like just right in the side. It's just like, boop, you can pull it out easy, no problem.
Whoop! I show Claire.
We're all going to die.
You show
What
Clarion.
is that?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, check this out.
Okay, Clarion. As part of your order's training, you have been made privy to thousands of works and tomes of a heretical, abominable nature. It is your job, after all, to help hunt down these horrors, bring terror to the witch and the heretic. And you have heard about books like these. The Black Tomes of Strakkenwünd. This Abominomicon is one of 4. You instantly recognize it from descriptions of your time back in the temple's training. But you never thought it truly existed. And as you watch your compatriot pull out this blasphemous, unholy book, you also see a slip of paper fall out of the slat.
Clarion, his eyes go wide, and he immediately grabs his hammer, which is on his hip, holstered, and he grabs it quickly and he says, "Tobias, put that down."
It's just a book. I
Put it
like
down.
tuck it up under my arm and like lean down, pick up the piece of paper. What are you freaking out about?
He will, with his free hand that is not holding his hammer, he will try to grab the book from him in a great haste.
Oh, I won't stop him. Take it, gee.
He grabs it and he will very quickly drop it on the ground and like step away from it, kind of giving it a wide berth. And he says, "Oh, sorry. Go ahead."
Aldrich blinks like, what's going on? But
Tobias, where did you get this?
If I grabbed the Bible, I pulled it out. There was a click. There was a secret door. Slat opened up. It was in the slat.
It was behind the Bible?
Well, the Bible opened up the door. Secret door.
Gosh. This book is unholy. And he's standing like a couple feet away from it, and he's like kind of pushing, if Tobias is too close, he's like pushing him back, like kind of behind him to get away from the book.
Looks like a book to me.
And he still has his hammer. He says, "Aldrich, why would your uncle have had a book like this?"
I don't I don't know. I've never seen anything like that. Is that? And he kind of kneels down towards the book, and touches it. And immediately, you guys watch as he turns and like retches onto the carpet. And when he finally gets, oh, sorry, go ahead, Beatrice.
I was about to say, like, are they the only people in this room? Because if
yes,
not,
they are the only people in this room.
Beatrice is closing the parlor doors.
Yeah. Keep people the fuck out of here.
Just a little bit of a waddle. And
as the door closes and Aldrich gets up, kind of like heaving and like wiping his mouth, he says, That's skin from an orc.
I know. Don't touch it again.
Whose orc is showing skin?
Have you just been looking at the erotic novel this entire time?
Yes.
Nobody in the romance, my dog.
It's Bimbax.
Beatrice will pat his shoulder. Oh, nobody in a romance.
Can I would like to use Divine Sense at this time to detect any undead or unholy creatures or other in the area. I will very much sense the book because it is very unholy.
What does it let you sense? Celestials, undead, and what?
So here, let me read. As an action, you can open your senses to the spirits around you. You become aware of the location and type, celestial, fiend, undead, of any such being within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You can also detect the presence of any desecrated or consecrated item or land in the same area. So the Bible and the evil gross book would ping, obviously.
All right.
He's going to take a second to sense to see if there's anything else in the area that he can sense.
So, as you close your eyes, invoking the true name of the Silver Angel who watches over all of her children in Strakkenwünd, as you look into the old ways taught to you by your masters at the temple, you open them. The world is dark and black. The space that the book occupied is just a green flame of desecrated energies. Then you look up and away and see another green light. As you blink your eyes back open and you look back into the non-ethereal world, you see that the light was positioned at the cellar door.
Oh, Christ. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ.
There's some funky mushrooms down there.
To the outsiders, you just kind of see Clarion like steel himself for a second. For a few moments, his eyes kind of glow this eerie, bluish silver color that Tobias has seen before whenever he activates his god powers. But that light kind of emanates from him for a second, and then as he blinks again, it kind of fades, and his eyes go back to their normal green color, and he says, "There is something horrible in the cellar."
Did you get a good look at it? Do you know what it is?
No, I would have to go down there and get a better look. And he looks over his shoulder at everybody else, and he says, "I don't know if it's a good idea for you guys to come with, but I think it's my duty to go down there and take care of it."
You know I'm not going. You're not going without me.
What are you saying? What are any of you saying? This is... What's that? And he points at the note in Tobias's hand.
I read it.
Okay.
Almost forgot about it.
My dearest Aldrich, my nephew, my dear sweet nephew, if you found this, you found out what I have done. I'm so sorry, my boy. I never wanted this. I never wanted to hurt those people. I didn't, I swear, but it needed more more fresh cerebral matter, more spinal fluid. It kept screaming at me in my head day after day, night after night. It grew bigger and louder. It was starving. It wanted me to feed it. I tried to starve it by locking it away, but by the angel, it just won't die. It won't stop screaming, and it just won't die. I plundered the university for answers. This tome was the result I sought. Turn to page 348. Read the incantation and read it with purpose. Say its name. Send it back. Send it back to the rotten end of the cosmos from whence it came. It was not meant to be here. I cannot take it anymore. Send it back. Send it back. Nethalgu. Nethalgu. Ot loig. Ot ori. Nethalgu.
He's been on the brandy again.
Oh, darling, it's much worse than that.
For those of you who heard the words Nilthagul, make me a religion check.
Oh god.
Religion.
I thought you were gonna make me make a saving throw, and I was like, not now, not here. Please, God.
Oh,
Not
it's right
this.
away, don't worry.
Oh, I haven't heard
Pinbax
of
is an atheist, but he has a +2 in religion, apparently.
I rolled a 3. I haven't heard of it
19.
myself.
17 for Clarion.
17 for Zindris.
And Crow, what'd you get?
19.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
God damn.
Zindris, everybody who rolled the 17, higher than 17, you have some knowledge of the old religions before the coming of the Silver Angel. Some knowledge, indeed. You knew that some of the druidic cults deep in the Pine Reach worshipped strange things, things that they said came from beyond the stars, from deep in the belly of the universe. There are many names like it. Hastur, Yosothath, Hashothoth, Neharoth, Yaldebaoth, Mendragon, Endregir, Bast. But the name Nethalgul has not been spoken for quite some time. It's at this time Aldrich rises, steadying himself on the wood of the couch, and he says, "That's my uncle's handwriting. Are you saying that this book..." And he turns to Clarion and says, "What is in my fucking cellar?"
Oh, we didn't want you to find out.
Listen, I don't know how or when or why, but I'm sure it was by accident, but the professor must have summoned something horrible, not of this world, to this plane, and if we don't take care of it, it could be a huge danger to everybody here.
There's a long pause from Aldrich as he takes in this information. Not just of knowing that his uncle was not who he seemed to be, but knowing that his people are in danger. And he remembers what he told himself earlier that day. You are the burgomaster. Chin up and act like it. With that, Aldrich takes a deep breath and says, "I'm going to evacuate the building. Then we're going to the cellar."
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Right. Give me a moment. And he adjusts his tie, makes his way out to the cellar, and once again, you hear the swell of people talking as the party continues on, and Esmeralda spots her husband making his way out the cellar, and smiles, but the smile fades when she sees how like white in the face he looks, and without warning, Aldrich suddenly jumps on a table and says, "Pardon me, everybody. Excuse me. There has been a fire. There's a fire in the kitchen. I need everybody to leave now." Everybody kind of like looks at one another, and at this point, Aldrich swallows, takes a deep breath, and finally shouts, "Are you all fucking deaf? Get the fuck out of my house!" And immediately it's like quiet before people start like, "Yeah, all right," and they start like filing towards the door. And as like everything is kind of like a commotion, Aldrich hops down and like stops one of the farm hands and puts his hand on his shoulder and says, "Esmeralda and my boys, please take them to your home for the night. Just make sure they're safe." And the farmhand kind of like blinks and nods and like puts her arm over Esmeralda, who like signs confusedly at Aldrich, and he kind of like waves back at her. And soon, the manor is empty. The fire has died out. And only now can you hear the whispers. Nethalgul, Nethalgul, Nethalgul. Whispers that come from the cellar.
Fucking hell, I was just down there.
By himself. There's like a moment of silence, and then Clarion like turns and looks at Vimbax with like horror in his face, and he's like, "You were down there by yourself. Are you okay?"
Not on my own. I had my friend with me. I'm fine.
Oh, it's most impressive that you
Other than
managed to
my
make
back,
it
my
all
back
right.
took a bit of a beating, but you know I'm fine.
Oh my gosh. Clarion looks very serious now, and he kind of takes a moment to like square his shoulders, and he kind of straightens up, and he will turn to Aldrich once the manor has kind of quieted, and he will say, "Sir, by the light of the angel, I swear to you, whatever is in the basement, I will cleanse it for you. It'll be okay."
That was so cool! That was so cool! Smacks his breast plate.
He just like hits Toby. Like, stop! I'm working.
I appreciate that. However, I am Aldrich Brent, Burgomaster of Vedstadt, and this is my home. And you watch as he turns towards the fireplace, marches towards it, and like takes a musket off the wall, kind of like checks it, and turns towards you and says, "And I do not allow uninvited guests." Click.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Clarion's just like,
All right, him and Claire up front.
he's taking out his helmet, and you can all see the awkward process of putting on a helmet, but also having to attach it around the horns. It just takes a couple minutes. Yeah, it's very awkward. But he's like, "Okay,
Draw my rapier. Very fancy.
Bimbax, are you popping scribbles?
Absolutely. Bring out the boy.
He comes out with like 4 Glocks ready to go. Just click, click. No.
Give Scribbles a sword.
Oh, I have an extra one. Is your companion wielded?
Oh, yes, give it to him. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Scribbles is just like,
Oh.
put it in his
Fine,
little.
you stubborn little insect. You could use your little mandibles.
Yeah, hold his little sword.
Grandma, you stay behind us, okay?
Oh, don't worry about me, darling. I'll be fine.
All right.
You're sweet.
By the way,
Pinches
I
your
want
cheek.
memes about this episode. I want memes.
Oh, it will happen. It will happen. You don't even have to ask for that. It'll happen.
But
Grandma actually will pinch your cheek and give you bardic inspiration.
Aww.
Zindris, what do you do?
D6, right?
It's a d6.
Yeah.
On any attack, saving throw, or ability check of your choice for the next 10 minutes.
Zindris, what are you doing, buddy?
Well, he's just watched all these idiots decide that they're going to go out there and try and kill an eldritch monster. So he's definitely apprehensive, but he's going to go down there anyway.
All right. Okay.
I would
Come
like
on, you
to
saw
say,
some weird stuff too. Hey, what's your name?
Zindris.
I saw you stuffing your face with cakes earlier.
Next time, go for the dumplings. They're little. They're wrapped in chocolate. It's a little easier to put in your coat pockets.
I'm
Y'all
not
still
a
had that really
thief.
weird interaction with that guy. It was really awkward, dude.
Aldrich is standing there with his gun, like, are we doing this now? We're doing this now.
Yeah, sure. Right now, let's go.
Can I use the little girl's room before we go? I gotta powder my nose.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Grandma.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Grandma, just go, please, just go.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and while she's
that is-
while she's walking off, can Zindris is like, everybody, let's go now. While she's gone.
Is that your code for you'd like a break real quick?
I'd like a potty break, thank you.
Let's take a potty break. 10 minutes.
Avery wants a potty break.
yes, we can.
Oh, I love
I
D&D.
will be back.
10 minutes, y'all.
Whee! More coffee. Why not? There's never enough.
Hello. Oh, I'm alone.
Give me the garbage.
Hi. Hi. Oh no.
We all back?
Just me. Oh, I lied.
Oh, we got a Vin. Oh, we got a Vin. Oh, we got a Vin. Oh, we got a Vin.
Are
Do
you
we have
gonna leave
a?
the lady
Do we have a
all
Finn?
to herself?
Do we have a Finnegan? No. Do we have Ethan? Ethan? Do we have Ethan?
I think
No.
he's present.
Crow? Do you have
Ethan
Crow?
is-
Crow? Is Crow there? Crow.
Are we? Did I miss anything?
No.
Just Crow
Not
being
at
the
all.
creepiest motherfucker on the planet.
What?
It's his charm.
Right.
What? Huh?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, come on! You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me.
So,
He'll be fine.
have we all returned?
Oh, I like your cloak.
Thank you.
It's
Now I am a clitoris.
Oh, god damn
do the carpets match the drapes?
it.
Unfortunately, they do. Finn!
Ah,
Finn is
What?
back. Is Finn back? Finn! Alright. Cool. We are all back.
We sure everyone's back?
Pretty sure everybody's back.
Crow.
Is Crow back?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Pardon me. Yeah. Okay.
Crow is present.
I
Okay.
do love being a grandma with Razer headphones. It's pretty great. Just saying, this is
I am a
Bitchin'
big
grandma.
I am a big
tricked
fan
out
of the
grandma.
Styling
juxtaposition.
and profiling.
Alright.
If I had fake porn, I would have worn those, but I don't have any.
Now you just make me want horns.
So, if you'll remember, we left off just as you were about to go to the cellar and face whatever despicable horror lies inside.
Despicable me.
Aldrich has taken lead with the musket, and he carries a lantern with one hand as you all make your way down to the cellar, left entirely as it was, save for a crowbar on the ground thanks to Bimbax.
I have dark vision.
You do have a...
Also, I also wanted to say that Clarion did very gingerly with a cloth, so he didn't have to touch it, pick up the horrible, horrible book, and he is carrying that.
Cool. Alright.
Oh.
So you are currently in possession of the book?
Yes.
Okay. So the incantation, just so you know, on the specific page, is an incantation that takes 3 total rounds to read correctly, and you have to stay concentrated on it.
Gross. Okay. Good to know.
Now then, as you make your way into the cellar, you all look around, and everything seems to be in order. There doesn't seem to be anything monstrous in here.
Old man, you said you saw a keyhole, right?
Yes, in the shelf where I got the bottle from, there's a little keyhole. It's probably a little bit ruined now, but it should still be there.
If it's broken, I can fix it for you.
Oh, what an angel you are.
Oh, you're too kind.
I have a... Lord Brant, I lied to you earlier. I went snooping, and there was a safe behind the painting, and I opened the safe, and the will was in it, and also this key.
There's a moment where Clarion pauses and silently mouths a prayer before he continues.
Oh yeah, and the will said Bimbax gets the gun.
Are you kidding me? If I fired that, my arms would fly off.
The
I haven't
gun.
fired that thing in at least 600 years.
Is the gun in the study, above the window?
The hunting rifle?
Uh-huh.
And he looks at Bimbax. Just what was the nature of your relationship with my uncle anyway?
Oh, that's one for another time, dear boy.
Right. In any case, what is it that we're looking for?
Is it the keyhole hidden behind the shelf? If you put the key in there, there's probably some mushrooms hidden away. That's what it smelled like.
Mushrooms?
Oh, he
It was a
was.
strange smell. It was familiar to mushrooms.
Oh, Luddy was quite the mycologist. Knew all
All right.
sorts of things.
So you guys are looking for the keyhole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, with Bimbax's guidance, you guys are able to find it, no problem whatsoever.
Yay.
And Tobias, you're putting the key in and locking it?
Yep.
Well,
All right.
do I need to mend it first?
As you
Oh yeah, did he break it?
you broke the rock next to it, remember?
Oh, right.
I put mending on the rock.
Just
The
make it
rock
nice.
the rock back into place on the wall.
Ooh.
Good.
That was cool, Grandma.
Oh, thank you.
As the ancient key slips into the keyhole, and as you turn it, you feel a bit of resistance before it finally clunk, and you step back. At first,
Got my
nothing
hammer.
happens, but then there is the groan of ancient metal against stone as the shelving unit opens completely. Suddenly there's a gust of wind blowing in that blows through all of you as an opening behind the shelves is revealed. A dark, gloomy chasm all the way into the depths beneath the manor.
Perception check for traps.
All right, give me a perception check.
So can we see down the hallway? Or...
It's very dark. It's very
so
dark.
it's
Do you have
still.
dark vision? Well, you probably do. Oh, you don't? Really?
I do. And I got a
Okay.
21.
I mean, it's just I never said anything about dark vision. So
From what you can tell, there are no traps, but there are a set of stairs that lead down. But you won't have time to take those stairs.
Oh.
Because all at once, echoing up from the chamber, at first you think it to be just a clicking of some kind, perhaps the tumblers falling back into place while the door is open. But no, it's a scuttling. A loud scuttling sound. Closer and closer it draws.
Get my rapier out. Got my hammer. And my shield.
Got my short sword. Ow.
Something's coming, guys.
Everybody get behind me.
Don't worry, I've got a big stick.
Okay.
Scribbles the ant kind of like readies up next to you, Bimbex.
If you kill Scribbles, by the way, I'm killing you.
Yeah, Scribbles can't die.
And as the scuttling reaches a crescendo, you also hear in the back of your minds a strange humming, a pulse. Vroom, 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 vroom. And as the thing rounds the corner, you can see that the reality around it twists and shifts, like heat off of a grill distorting images behind it. It's as if the reality of this thing does not truly coexist with the reality of the world around you. It's not quite possible to put into words the being that makes its way up the steps, surrounded in coronas of green light. but it is like a crab. A crab with 8 legs and no pincers. The smell of
That's a spider.
fungus fills the air as the creature explodes, shrieking from the steps. Larger than a steam tank, it growls and hisses, a shapeless thing of unimaginable cosmic horror. It's insectile and fungus-like, all at the same time, and spores constantly leak from its shell-like back. But it is upon that back that the worst of it can be seen. On its back, in little ports built into the flesh, protected by what appears to be some kind of organic glass dome, and suspended in cerebral liquids, are 4 pink human brains.
Gross.
As the brain collector stands before you, I would like you all to roll a sanity check!
Oh.
Okay, so remind me how we do that.
1d10?
Roll a
1d10.
d10.
And basically, if you roll a 9, that's 90%. If you roll a 10, that's 10%. If the roll is larger than your current wisdom, than your current sanity score, you go insane.
Oh.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 6.
Ah,
What does that mean?
4.
What's
I'm
your
good.
sanity
I got
number?
6.
Mine is just 50.
I rolled a 10.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said that's 10%.
No, that's
Okay.
100, bud.
Yeah, that's 100, isn't it?
Wait, you rolled a 1?
I rolled a 10.
Oh, you rolled a
The-
10,
the-
that's 100%. Yeah, so you
Yes.
passed.
Oh, I thought you said that was 10.
Wait, what? Wait, so I pass?
Yeah, you
Huh?
passed.
It's how
Did
much
anybody-
you retain, not how much you lose.
Did anybody fail their sanity check?
I don't know. I don't know what a fail would be.
What's your current? What's your sanity? Your wisdom times 5.
50.
What'd you roll?
5.
You're insane.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
So, Clarion, as the creature rounds the corner, you thought you were ready for anything. You thought your faith would be enough. But you feel the hammer and the shield slip out of your grasp along with the book as you look into the cosmic wrongness of the thing before you. It's not natural. It's not something that should be. The shapes, they're all wrong. Everything about it is wrong, wrong, wrong. And something in your pious mind snaps as you sink to the floor, your eyes wet with tears, and then finally with blood. Everybody, roll initiative.
So is Claire like out?
Clarion can roll
No.
initiative too, but you are at the very bottom of the list no matter what you roll.
Okay.
Oh, great.
I've got a polite 10.
Claire!
13.
That's too bad because I rolled very well, but it's okay.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
21.
Oh.
Okay, let me get this all written down. Brain collector. Okay, Bimbax, what'd you get?
13.
13, okay. What'd you get, Vin?
21.
21.
Thank you, Ben.
What'd you get? What'd you get, Clarion? Oh wait, you're at the bottom.
Oh,
Never mind.
I
Never
was
mind.
gonna
You're
say,
at
it
the
doesn't
bottom.
matter, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I got a 20 for the fucking record. I'm never gonna roll that good again.
Our little roguey boy, what'd you get? Our little master of the watch, captain of the watch.
He's not a rogue. But
Ranger. I mean.
had 20.
Whatever, close
20.
enough. A ranger's just a rogue at a distance.
I
It's a rogue that likes plants.
Beatrice?
Yeah, nerd.
Oh, I rolled a 10.
Okay. And at the bottom is Clarion. The Brain Collector goes first.
Oh, great.
And as
I'm
it
right in front of it.
and as it charges the downed Clarion, squealing and screaming, it will make its 3 attacks.
3.
Connor, we're level 3.
And this is
Okay,
a
so this
horror
is-
campaign.
This is gonna last for 10 more minutes because we're all just gonna die, I assume.
No fucking way.
That one,
Oh.
one.
Not one. Not one.
That one,
Not
that
one.
one.
Not one.
That one, that one,
Not
that
one.
one.
Not one.
That
Not
one,
one.
that one, that
Not
one,
one.
that one, that one, that one, that one, that one.
Wait, if it was bum rushing past me, I was in the front. Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Oh.
You won't need one.
Well, did
Because
it
as the creature
squish
It tripped and it broke the orb on its neck and all the brains just spill out. Oh, that would be so gross. Just brain juice on the floor. I can't see. This is what you get.
So as the cosmically horrific creature charges up from the depths of its hiding place, it has grown far too large to fit through the exit. And you watch as it kind of like gets trapped between the door frame, but its claws are coming out to like swipe at you and hiss and scream, all while the brains in the jar on its back kind of like shimmer and glint and clunk around inside the cerebral soup.
Ew.
Cool.
Good.
Now I guess it's Bimbax's turn.
Yay!
What did Bimbax
I'm just gonna hit it with his stick.
Yeah, wait, why would it be
I thought
Bimbax's
Bimbax got a
turn?
13.
Oh, not Bimbax.
Yes,
Sorry, not Bimbax.
Yeah, what?
It's
Vendress.
I'm sorry. It's Tobias's
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
Good. I'm gonna fucking stab it. And since
This
I
is
took
fake.
the swashbuckler archetype, I get sneak attack.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
Cool.
yeah.
Go off.
17 to hit.
That hits.
Hell yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Sneak attack.
That's 9 damage, so modest.
Okay.
With sneak attack.
Bad.
So as you kind of like vault over Clarion and just like ram your rapier into the creature, you feel it pierce flesh, but it doesn't bleed. In fact, you felt this texture before. You're stabbing into fungus.
Nasty.
Ugh. Claire, are you okay?
Yeah.
You gotta get up.
He's not okay.
And I'm gonna stand in front of Claire.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay. Next up, we got Zindris.
Yeah, okay. If I... Okay, so I have this ability called Hunter's Sense, right?
Okay.
I can discern how much to... lets me discern how to hurt a creature. Because it's cool.
How to hurt it good. Mm.
Yeah. After doing... I wouldn't be able to attack after because it takes up an action.
Is an
So
action,
it would
yeah.
just So I'd be able to only do this on this turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you could move or do a bonus action, but
I don't think I have. I don't know if I have a bonus action or anything. I don't know.
I mean it's up to
I
you.
should have read it. Okay, so Yeah, I'm going to use Hunter's Sense.
Okay. And Hunter Sense lets you see the weaknesses of the creature, right?
Yeah, I immediately learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are.
All right. So as you look at this creature, you can tell that it doesn't have any like resistances of any kind. Oh, but it does have one weak spot. The several pods on its back that contain the brains, those can be attacked individually and deal some significant damage if destroyed.
Oh.
But the best and quickest way of banishing the creature is via the tome.
The tome?
Throw the book at him.
The book.
Knowledge is power.
Learning, bitch.
Okay, so the tome is still on the floor, right?
Yes, right next to Clarion.
Yeah, Clarion dropped it, so yeah, it's on the floor.
Would it be possible for me to just yeet it at him? Then.
No, you have to read from it.
Damn it.
Please don't eat the book. We need that. Please
Yeah,
don't
that was.
Give it to Ulrich. Make Ulrich read it.
But he has a gun.
He's old.
He's gonna die anyway.
But okay, but no, without using math knowledge, guys. So would it be possible for me to pick it up and try and look through it for will I not be doing that?
If you're asking if you can look, if you're asking if you can like walk over, grab the book, and like pick it up and get to the page that it's at, yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay, yeah, I do that.
Okay. You have the book. The pages themselves, as the creature squeals and roars in front of you, its weird tendril-like claws kind of like scraping against the cobblestone. The words in the book itself are written in the common tongue of Strakkenwünd, but they hurt to read, as if full of vile truths. And you are able to find the start of the incantation that's used to banish one of these creatures back to the cosmic realm from which it once came.
Oh. Okay.
And that is your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Beatrice, Bimbax. Now it's your turn.
I'm gonna bludgeon him with my wooden staff.
Oh.
Get him.
And interestingly enough, somehow Bimbax has 3d8 as a hit dice, which is interesting.
So that's your hit point hit dice.
Yeah.
Weapon damage is going to be 1 dice. It's probably a D8 because it's a bludgeoning weapon, and
I'm trying
probably
to find
plus
it.
1
There's
strength.
so much fucking random information just thrown in here.
Yeah. Roll a d20 for me and add your attack bonus.
Attack bonus. That's a +1. Or is it? Wait.
Well, it should be at least +2 because it's a proficiency.
Unless it's a strength weapon, which would be -1. Unless you're using a finesse weapon.
Yeah, it is a +1.
Is it a finesse weapon?
I have no idea. It's a bludgeon.
Wait, don't you have proficiency or no?
No.
Oh.
He's a good man with a stick. He's not proficient in anything.
He's not proficient in stick.
Right. So what was that? A d20 with the attack modifier.
+1.
6.
Nope.
Probably not.
You raise the stick and you're like, ha! Ha!
Well, an attempt was made.
Is that your turn?
Do you know what? I think we should send Scribbles after him. Insect versus insect.
Oh.
How are we gonna work Scribbles attack?
I'll be Scribbles, don't worry. I rolled for Scribbles.
Nice.
So, and Scribbles actually does go right after Beatrice, so...
Oh no.
Get him, Grandma.
Alright, Beatrice.
It's my turn. I'm sorry, I'm sundown and I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna make my way over to that sweet boy on his knees. Is there anything I can do for him? I do have lesser restoration.
That will actually work to help him break out of insanity.
I'm just gonna put my delicate little cold hands right here on his little cheeks. And I'll say, all right, I know that scared you. You need to come back over here, all right? It'll be okay. We're all here.
Clarion, for a moment you are utterly lost in darkness, and for some reason you feel the need to just start giggling and laughing. However, at some point, in your delusion, before you stands Asaria herself, the silver angel, wings outspread, blade blazing with fire. Speaking in Beatrice's voice for some reason. And when you snap out of it,
speaks to him, but it's okay.
And when you snap out of it, Beatrice stands before you.
You all right?
he had like a very kind of odd look on his face for a second. I mean he's had visions of his god before, of course. So it's that kind of like, and then like as it fades, he's like, oh, it's not Asteria. But he like kind of grabs her little old lady wrists that are on his face, and he says, "Okay,
Y'all
okay,
right?
yes,
Deep
yes,
breaths.
okay."
Put that candy I gave you in your mouth. Keep your shot. Don't choke on it.
I know it's not his turn, but can I eat the candy as a free action?
Yes.
Okay. He will put the candy in his mouth.
It's a caramel.
Is that your turn, Beatrice?
I moved and I cast a real nice spell, so I think I'm all right.
You can
All
use
right.
your bonus action to give more bardic inspiration if you want.
I'll save that for later.
She probably, I don't know how many charges of that we get to have.
I just have 5.
As soon as you like pop the candy into your mouth, you immediately crunch down on it because you're taken by surprise by Aldrich getting up behind you, leveling his musket at the creature, and boom!
Oh.
And cool, it misses.
God damn it!
It was
You see
cool.
a chunk of the stone behind the creature just kind of like explode out, and Aldrich kind of like curses, flipping the musket over and kind of like getting it ready for a second shot. Meanwhile, it is the ant's turn. It's Scribbles' turn.
Alright. Fuck yeah.
Kill my son.
Kill it.
Go on,
Gotta
Scribbles.
keep going. Please tell me Scribble just crit.
Yeah, please.
Crit.
Scribbles just crit.
Yeah!
So you guys
That's my boy!
So you guys watch as Scribbles like skitters up and does like an ant Akira drift across the stone.
Hell yes. This is the
And-
coolest ant ever.
And one of these stalk-like claws reaches up, and it looks like it's about to stab right into him. But you all watch as he turns his mandibles up and like catches it. And there's like a strain for a moment before he breaks it.
Nice.
Yeah!
This whole one shot is just for the ant.
Yeah. That's all we came from.
Oh, and he has one more. Hang on, I forgot he had this ability. Okay, cool. As he
Friend.
I don't know how to explain this. Queen's aroma.
Oh.
Bimbex, you are suddenly sprayed from his abdominal region with a weird brown gas of some kind, and it just kind of like wafts over you in a cloud.
He's farting.
And for a second, you think you've been farted on, but you feel like suddenly invigorated, and you will have advantage on your next attack.
Oh,
Ooh.
sexy.
Sexy fonts.
But once again, Well, wait, no, it's Clarion's turn. Clarion, now that you're not insane, you can do shit now.
Yay!
Wait.
Something.
Wait, is it? But wouldn't it still be Toby's turn first?
No, Clarion goes last.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So we're at the
I'm an
bottom
idiot.
at the bottom of the order. Okay. Can I like get up, or do I need to
Yes.
spend a turn to get up or anything?
No.
Okay, I can just get up.
Yeah.
Oh, she helps you.
Okay. For clarification, I can get up.
You can get, yes.
Correct. Okay, thank you. Yes. So he will do that. Kind of stealing himself. He will wipe the blood tears. Kind of not really wipe them off because he's not. He just kind of smears them a little bit, but it's okay. And he will face the creature. And hold on, me googling what this spell does, so that I can. That's not what I was looking for. It's Google.
Grandma's mom spitting your tears off.
Yeah, just do the thing where you like do that. Yeah.
She's got a little napkin.
Where the fuck is this? Is a pain in my
What's the
eyes.
spell called?
Okay, I got it. Okay. So he will get up and he is going to raise his shield with his renewed vigor. And he is going to make an attack, a regular attack with his hammer.
Okay.
I guess I don't know. I guess this is up to you. If I'm gonna use his bonus action to cast a spell, it only works if the attack hits. Should I just cast it regardless of like cast it right now? So
Are you trying to do a divine smite?
Not a divine smite, but I am gonna smite.
I mean, you'd still lose the spell slot even if you don't hit.
Yeah, and
Right.
the thing is, like, you can choose to use smite after you hit.
So, do you want me to roll, see if I hit, and then?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
Oh, generous, Connor.
No, that's in the
Extremely
rules. You can
generous.
choose to like use divine smite after you hit.
Oh,
Yeah. That's like a feature of the paladin. You didn't know that?
Well, I know that I can use it as a.
Not a paladin. I had to declare
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Hit.
Right.
Hit.
Well, should I use Divine Smite or should I use? Hold on. I have a couple of smites. I have a few smite options that I could use. No, we'll do Divine Smite. Okay. So let me just make sure that this doesn't do anything else. Sorry, I should have had this pulled up already, but I did not. And I didn't think it was going to be this much of a pain in the ass to find it. Okay, so as he gets to his feet and kind of raises his hammer, for a second, he just kind of holds it up, and it's not clear right away what's happening, but then after a second, it kind of becomes clear that he's reciting a prayer silently, and the hammer kind of lights up with this flash of silver light, and as he kind of rushes forward with his shield kind of in his one arm, his hammer up, he yells, "Silver hammer!" And he's gonna boom, and I'm gonna roll damage for that. Hold on. Please, where are you? There you are.
Look it up, Claire! Tobias.
Baby. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. He did 11 points of regular damage and 11 points of radiant damage. So
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Oh, fucking yes.
All right.
God, why did I roll so good?
All right. So as you bring your hammer up, pulsing with like holy might, you just bring it crushing down onto like what you assume to be the creature's face, and it lets out a howl of agony as it like
head region. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now then, the brain collector.
The brain collector.
What's your AC, by the way, Claren?
Oh, God.
With the shield.
18.
Oh,
18.
oh, damn.
Cool. So none of those hit.
Hey.
Don't touch me! I'm a tank!
Batting him off with the shield.
It can, however,
Listen.
make one extra attack.
Gosh.
He talked to the game about how he's gonna come down here and smite this thing. He's gonna do it.
Cool. Never mind. All right. Whose turn is it now? Oh, let's check the fucking.
Probably Tobias.
Yeah,
Fucking
we'll
turn,
Tobias.
Tobias.
I'm gonna eat it.
Go hit it good.
I'm very glad that Clarion is back up here with me. I'm gonna use the D6 of Bardic Inspiration for that.
Ooh.
Time.
Does a 12 hit?
No.
Shit.
In fact, as you bring your rapier up and try to drive it into the hide of the creature again in the same way, you watch it bend and bend and bend and crack.
You broke my rapier? Fuck you.
No, you can't do that on a 12. You could do that on a 1. What? I call bullshit.
I'll fix it for you.
You broke my stick, Grandma!
Then I'll use my bonus action to disengage and get back to Grandma.
All right.
Run away.
Zine dice.
Right, so, I'm gonna need Arcana to make this, right? If I read out the whole thing.
Yes, make me an Arcana check.
It's not good. I have -1 in Arcana, so...
Why? Please give it to someone who has intelligence. Oh, God.
Okay, yeah, he's just gonna be like, can someone who knows magic read this out, please?
Yeah.
Bimbax just cracks his knuckles.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, my time has come.
Finally, I can be useful.
Are you gonna, like, throw it to Bimbax?
Can I just pass it over and like point to where the incantation is?
Oh, you can run it over to him. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll run over like this particular one right there. Read it out, please. Save everyone.
Excellent. Bimbax is going to take that. He's going to read through it. What is the incantation, and do I have to actually say it in Bimbax?
So how this works is that you guys have to pass an Arcana check 3 times in a row to make it work. And to make
I'm not doing that.
Should be alright with that.
So roll an Arcana check for me, Bimbax.